Good evening and welcome to the press conference for the second annual Boxing Day Bloodsomes. Last year's event was a resounding success. To recap the event, we had Michael Ingram kicking off, or teeing off should I say, but unable to bring the points home with Chris Lindsay, with Blair Finlay and Gordon Russell taking the first win. Michael Lloyd and Chris Law bought back and took a resounding victory, but it was the rest of the world who stormed into a 3-1 lead with resounding victories for David Law and Gavin Jamieson, and then Connor Lovey and Ian Towns. It was up there for the taking for the rest of the world, but Kieran Finlay and Grant Jamieson managed to claw one back to take it right to the death. But it was the cool guile and the cool heads of Rennie Van Oorschot and Gordon Hardy that took the 4-2 victory and the trophy for the rest of the world team. Connor Lovey, gracious in his victory.
Take that drink off it.
Grant Jamieson dignified in defeat, but signalled the end to his 1-year stint with the Drama 98, and reigning in a new era for welcome our new captain, Rory Anand. Welcome to the show tonight.
Let's go on.
I also welcome back the reigning champion and the boy Lovey, Connor Lovey of the rest of the world.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm just going to field a few questions. I'm going to start with our incoming captain for Drama 98. Rory, happy to be here?
Pleasure, thank you very much.
Good stuff.
Insightful stuff.
Insightful indeed. So at the Boxing Day Curry, when you were unveiled to the world, you talked with a lot of positivity, and you said the hard work starts now. How have your preparations been for the big event?
Couldn't have been better, James, to be honest. We went away, we had a look at ourselves, and we had to see where did we go wrong. And I think we probably turned up on the day expecting to win, but to be fair to the rest of the world, they put up a pretty good fight. I think it's probably fair to say they're coming into this competition a little bit overconfident. I think they've had a professional in the ranks last year. He's gone now. That's leveled the playing field somewhat. So they can't rely on their glitch man, if you like, and David Law, who's no longer here.
Because of course we're talking about local talent, David Law.
That's a big game. It was only worth 1 point.
In fairness, that was how it was billed by the captain last year. So, looking at the lineup, you have stuck with your guns with the 12 who played last year. Has the response from the players of a positive one, the fact that you've shown such faith in the team who weren't able to bring the trophy home last year?
We've had some great practice days, we've had some great team building days, we even enlisted the help of some great former teachers, and Mr. Alan Smith and the legend that is Big Les Hutton. And they gave us some pretty inspirational speeches just last week to the team, so that's really get everyone fired up and ready for the game on Boxing Day.
Excellent. And the only thing I was going to ask now is, without giving away too much, are there any tactical surprises that Connor Lovey can expect from your team?
Every single pairing has a surprise in it, James.
Very surprising. Very same 12 play from last year.
Connor, good to have you back. So, what's the mood in the camp right now? Is it one of a positive air, or is there one of nervousness going into?
I mean, you know me a long time. I don't do nerves. I do jubilation, I do overconfidence, exuberance, I'm overzealous, I'm a character. That's what I feel about my team. There's been a lot of negative things said, personal things said about me recently. There was comments made when we were on a tour in Birmingham, unpleasant, and taking something to that. I shrugged it off, and more latterly there's been also some really derogatory and seriously sharp barbs at me from Andrew Russell, who you'll remember. I, on my play partner in Towns, resoundingly beat last year. We raped him.
Gracious in defeat.
So, one thing to note is 3 go out: Mitch, Hardy, and, as mentioned before, David Law. In comes Rory, Mort, and the formidable Miggy Zanri.
Yeah, Morton, yeah.
Absolutely. And the only thing I will question is, you talked last year about you went away with your vice captains and you got the dynamic right to build a team that could beat anyone in the world. You say. Are you worried? Do you have any concerns that the three coming in may not buy into that philosophy?
Well, I would answer your question, if I may, with a question. How many players last year had played before? None. They were all rookies. We had 12 rookies last year, and I've slashed that to 3 rookies. I think experience, and they play for my team, and please don't say what I say is arrogant, but I am Bloodsome's champion. I am McConaughey Cup champion. I think I'm a special one. I am not one of the bottle.
Good to hear.
Get on with it.
Okay. So, the biggest controversy of last year was the admission of Michael Zanri, the family man.
Of course, yeah.
Can you give us a flavour of what he will bring to the rest of the world team?
Well, I spent time with Michael this year. Obviously last year I commented on his touch play. And that is, I spoke to my vice captains last year who I've retained actually in a non-executive committee. And we discussed that we could sharpen up. 4-2's a resounding defeat, or victory, But we still said around the greens we could have been sharper. So we dusted ourselves down, because you can never have the perfect victory, unless it's 6-0. Like it will be. And we said, we could be sharper on the green, let's take it in the cup. So Esmeralda, Michael's daughter, year old now, he's a year older, year wiser, and I'm expecting him to, around the greens, you played him, what he's like. He's a fucking surgeon, isn't he? So that's really what he'll bring. His partner, you'll soon see, is a big hitter, so it should be a case of he uses his wedge every hole. Like that,
Thank you, Connor. Thank you, Rory.
You know how Bloodsome's work, right?
That just brings us nicely onto the draw. So, Rory, would you like to kick us off and announce your first pair?
Pleasure.
With the home side. We're always home side. Are we? No idea.
So, kicking us off at the top of the order, we're going to have legend that is Grant Jameson. He will be partnering box office Andrew Russell.
Yeah, fireworks.
Well, I can tell you right now,
Big Hurt is out first.
once this match is over, people will be turning off our TVs. Because there'll be nothing left to see. Anywhere.
That doesn't make sense.
We're playing against me. Connor, Alexander, Aloysius Lovey, and Ian Jumpy Towns.
Successful pairing from last year.
Correct. Very
On
successful.
the back. Big
Fans
game.
again, but they want that one, I think.
Yeah.
Pressure's right there. Pressure's right.
Rory, can you kindly announce your second pairing?
We have Santa Claus, Ian Lumsden.
Oh yes. Firm and frigid. Man of the people.
And he apologises for his absence this evening. We have enigmatic Danny.
Oh.
Mysterious, enigmatic Danny.
And to match up against that pair?
Alan, Gregorius, Morton, and Spence also.
Big pin. Big pin.
Two rookies together.
That's the hit.
I can't even remember. I came second last time.
And Rory?
We have Kieran, the host with the most Finlay. And he'll be playing with Michael, the most improved player the world has ever seen in England.
Oh. Yeah.
Three strong pairing.
Well, that will be another juicy match, which could go either way.
It's all changed.
They're paired against Callum Hurd
Oh, third.
and Callum Martin.
Double turn.
Kieran Ingram will just chalk you up for the point.
One for the good.
And to take us
We're
into
2-1 already.
the fourth pairing.
No, we're not.
Looks like we're
Again, he apologises for his absence, but we have Alan Jury, and and he will be playing with Chris Lindsay.
He loves a tandoori.
Well, I would suggest that I've done it again. Rudy Hamilton and Blair Finlay.
I'm not sure.
That was your goal.
That's three.
Rudy was fantastic. More intimate.
Playing the Bloodsons is a big call. Big call.
For match 5,
Match 5 will be myself and my partner from last year,
Yes.
Philip Grant.
Dream team.
Phil Graham.
And they will be paired against my most trusted lieutenant,
Here we
Kurt
go.
Russell,
Oh yes. Here we go. Here we go. Get up. Get up.
and Gavin Jameson.
Oh, come on, Gav.
Both, I believe,
I'll be breathing over your
always won.
shoulder all day.
100% records for
Right.
So last year, it went right to the wire, to the 6th match.
Victory lap.
I know everyone will be eagerly watching the 6th match. Can you please announce the pairings?
The two we have left is Chris
Backloaded.
Law and Michael Lloyd.
The successful pairing from last year.
We actually anticipated that pairing would be.
Where's your sense of responsibility? Hiding at the 6th payment. Hiding.
Well, that's where we lost it last year.
That's it. Gordy, don't worry, we'll be in it. We're what you call the victory lap.
And they'll be paired against Grenier, Van Oorschot, and Mikkels on there.
If you will. Sort of like
We'll just go find it.
It's a hard time call.
Gentlemen, thank you for announcing your pairings. I would like to open it to the floor for the question and answer section of this press conference.
I see Keenan Phillips got a list of questions.
I'll go
So let's all just make sure I'm comfortable here.
This is a question for Mr. Levy. You've replaced David Law with Michael Zamri. Is that a like for like?
Around the greens, yeah.
Yeah. And off the tee?
Well, no.
Question for Rory and you're coming in with very little leadership experience, going up against a man who has led the rest of the world team to a string of victories, each more spectacular than previous. Are you intimidated?
No, I don't think we should be. I think if we're just elaborating a point that Conor made earlier, that he has 3 rookies this year. How many do we have? We have none.
But remember,
We have
guys,
12 experience. We have 12
But you
experience.
don't have
to
any
lose.
experience of winning.
Me?
No, not the competition. You want the
no,
battle.
I think that suggests that they are individuals.
I am holding the West End trophy at the moment.
An individual sport, I believe. I could be wrong. I mean, I'm not usually in this format. But
Grant.
There's been a lot of it in the press recently, and
Has it?
and you've been compared to the USA Ryder Cup team in terms of hatred.
yeah.
Can you handle that?
Hate me? Good. Fucking bring it on. You know, I've already got 11 friends in my team. Don't need any more.
Maybe 4.
You know.
Alright, we're done.
Kieran, you have a question now?
No, fine then.
How will your match be against Andy Russell? I know things have been a bit volatile. Expecting things to spill out onto the
You're already outside, so you
Blood on the field.
I suppose I would say is, if history is anything to go by, I beat him on WhatsApp twice. Last year. He's coming to ST&O. Does he want to go 4-0? Looks like it.
Will the fact that Doug Russell's caddying for Pie put you off at all?
In respect of what? Is he playing the shots for Pilot?
No, he might have a shot at you.
Nah, he won't. I battered Doug. In the snow when I was 11. You know, he was 4. You want to unify the belts I've taken off the Russells.
Got a question for Rory.
Yeah.
You've got Chris Law, aka Dick Face, coming in at the 6th pairing.
Yeah.
Arguably your best golfer in your team.
Yeah.
Is that going to be too little, too late?
I don't think so. It came down to the last match last year. We have strength and depth throughout the whole team.
I think last year though it was a case of get the points on the board early. So I think that's where we won it ultimately. Well, 'cause you
6
scored 1
games
point
out there,
there.
6
That's
points to
true.
play for.
And while I would never advocate, if I can just
3.5
supplement
this year,
what my most trusted lieutenant has said, well, we would never ever go out for a draw. 3 points is good enough for us. So you actually need to take 4
They've got
points.
to win it.
No, we've got to take 3.5 points.
3.5 points.
Yeah.
You've never been wrong before, have you?
Well, I've never seen a draw Blossoms before either.
No?
No, I haven't. I literally haven't. That is a fact. Take that to the bank.
The fact that you've miscalculated how many points you've put you in somewhat of a...
Well, no, because all I need to do is count to 4, and I did that last year.
I've got a question for the PR, our PR team. How can our viewers follow the action live?
He's not here yet.
Oh, they can.
Yeah,
Absolutely can. It's not CFAS.
What's this app I'm meant to download?
Do I have to come and explain this?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, yeah, in front of the camera.
Really good.
Oh, you get it.
It's after 9 o'clock. I'm on
Scoot finish, we can see.
Kieran Finn.
Yeah, there's an app called Golf Gamebook, and you download the app, and I'll give you the number, and you can go in and update.
bottom of your screen, you say.
Bottom of the screen, so update scores as you go, so you can get live updates as to how people are getting on around the course. That's basically the premise of it, and that'll be how the scores will be coming to the people.
Is it options?
Do you get commission from them?
No comment.
We should say thanks again once to Skyscanner, or official travel agent of the Bottoms as well.
Any final questions before we wrap up?
Yeah, Connor, do you want to make some sort of bold statement as to what you'll do if you lose? What? Just for laughs.
You might.
If I lose.
If your team loses, I will. As his most trusted lieutenant, I'll answer that question. Do you think we think about losing?
Yes.
No.
There's 2 things I think about. Shagging. I'm winning 5 and 4.
That's one.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Okay, well thank you very much. So, has Rory Allen bitten off more he can chew, or is the dream going to end for Connor Lubby? We'll find out in 2 days.
Three.